Fantasy?
Film.
What'd you fucking say?
Fantasy.
Film fight.
I still don't get it.
Fantasy.
Fight!
We take the pick of the litter.
We take it in turns.
Someone just gotta go first.
And then
The next person.
they just go round and round.
That's what.
We call it
Fantasy.
fight. You win some, you lose some.
Anything can happen.
So,
Who are you going with?
who you pick?
Today.
Fantasy.
Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 61 of Fantasy Film Fights, the show where we take a random film topic and we draft it fantasy style. With me, as always, my co-host, Mr. Tony Hill, sitting right over here. Tony, how are you doing today?
I am doing grand. I am just accepting that I'm getting old, as for the first time in my life, I had to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, and then my dog attacked me for an hour after the fact. So it's now 11 p.m. at night. If I fall asleep halfway through this stream, someone just start throwing things at me.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Sorry we were off last week. Certain things came up and we had to take the week off, but we are happy to be back and we are drafting dance movies this week and we have a fantastic panel joining us. You will recognize some of the faces from the Movie Trivia Schmodown and the First Class League. Right over here, my girl, member of the Fan League 4 and a member of the Stars, Christina, aka Christy V. Christina, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm repping my old dance gear from back in the day because I am ready. I'm like the veteran panelist, so like I'm coming for blood. Except actually, I think I'm only picking crap movies that have like none of my movies are actually good.
Which makes me fearful. Makes me fearful for my list because I think we're gonna be fighting over a lot of the same movies.
That's totally fine with me. I'm okay with it. There is no loser here because all of these movies will be fantastic because they're dance movies, and dance movies are fantastic.
Exactly. All right. Down over here in the corner, my girl from the den just debuted just now her first ever Schmodown match and got the W for the faction.
Yay.
Jessica Schloth. Jessica, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I think I can speak for the panel. I think we're all excited to be here. It's gonna be a
I don't
fun
have
one.
dance gear, but I put on this pink channeling something flamenco. I don't
ballet
know.
vibes. I feel it. I get it. But yes, happy to have you on the show and congrats on that W, girl. Love you. Directly below me, another member of the den, my girl, Rachel, the Switchblade Silverstreety. Rach, how are you?
I'm good. Along with Christy, I'm actually repping my Flashdance gear. Which is actually Flashdance the musical, which was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, woof. Much better movie than it is a play, but I'm so excited for this. Chrissy V said she can dance competitively, and I was a cheerleader all 4 years of high school and danced since I was 5. So this is going to get bloody and not just in our point shoes.
This I am so ready for this.
Yeah, this went on point at one point, guys.
Oh, it's going to be a good episode. And then last but certainly not least, my boy Maxwell, future star of the First Class League. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Look, I've devoted my life to producing musical theater, so I'm in my element. I live to dance. I'm going to pirouette all over your faces.
Well, in order for him to do that, we got to figure out draft order. Tony, how do we go about that?
Yeah, so I've got a question here. We're going to go close to the pin. Whoever gets close to the answer gets to go pick the order. Who gets to go first gets that in the middle and takes it at the end. So the question that I've got. So since we're doing movies, I'm going to talk about a TV show, Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, God. Okay.
How many episodes has there been of Dancing with the Stars?
Ew.
Every season.
How many seasons has there been? A bunch, right?
Do some quick math here.
Let's go.
Is this Price is Right rules closest without going over?
No, just closest. I can't.
Got it.
I can't do maths too bad much. That's why Christina's here to do maths.
Oh no, my board's upside down. Crap.
Yeah. So just going to say, topic is dance movie. So pretty much if it has dancing in it as a part of the movie, it counts as a dance movie.
Everyone got a number down?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So we'll start with the winner, Jess.
I said 307.
And Rachel.
Put 325.
Max
300 even.
and Christina
Samesies, boo. 300.
There it is.
and Peggy.
I went 302.
Did you purposefully do it so it was and Peggy? Because if so, appreciate.
Everything is Ann Peggy.
I mean, I'm literally wearing a Hamilton hoodie, so
Nice.
All right. So the closest. I'm just double checking one number.
I feel like this shouldn't be hard, Tony.
Right?
I can't do maths.
we were all very much in the same vicinity too.
I
It's not like someone wrote
Yeah.
70.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot what the number was. Yeah, the number at 346. So Rachel is the closest.
Decide
All
the
right,
order.
thanks. Yep. Rachel, it falls to you. Who's going first? Who's going last? Who's in the middle? Oh, you said it.
And this is snake order, right?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to go. Let's go Max first.
Okay.
Oh,
Christina, Jess, Peggy, me.
Ooh. All right. I'm in the middle.
So just confirm at Christina, Jess, Peggy, Rachel.
Oh no, I'm fourth. Okay. Jess.
Excellent.
All right. Draft order set, ready to rock and roll. Max, you are officially on the clock. What is your first overall pick for dance movies? What you got?
okay, so my first pick is The Red Shoes.
Nice.
Like an absolute classic film from 1948 by Powell and Pressburger. In my opinion, one of the greatest films ever made, but certainly the greatest exploration of legitimate dance and ballet and ballerina's desire to determine what's more important to her, falling in love or dance. Gorgeous film. And its dance sequences are so beautifully captured in a way that feels like you're sitting at the ballet in the front row. So huge fan. The Red Shoes.
All right. Yeah, I haven't seen this one in a while. I think it's probably early 90s is when I saw this one. I don't remember much about it. Did anyone else have this one on their list?
No,
As
it's
like an
a good
acknowledgement.
movie.
Saw it on the internet and I was like, don't know what that is, but glad you picked.
It's a great movie, but
Great.
all you babe.
Don't worry. All of my picks are not going to be cinema. There'll be some delicious junk in there too. I promise.
No, you keep
Not
taking
a
all the
private
classic
movie,
stuff.
Emma.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
All right.
Weirdly,
Go ahead.
Weirdly, the Red Shoe was on Christmas Day over here, so I ended up watching like half of it and just have eaten a ton of vegetarian turkey. Surprisingly, it's a weirdly good film for that period of time. Just like when you just gorge and everything, just like, oh, is this quite interesting? It's like just it's a Christmas Day classic, apparently, according to the BBC. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm just
about
wondering why
that.
you made the anecdote of what you were eating at the time.
I don't know.
But all right, Red Shoes off the board. First one overall, which leaves us to Christina's first overall pick. What you got, girl?
Well, none of my picks will be cinema, that's for sure. And I'm just deciding whether or not I want to steal what I know Peggy's going to take,
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
or if I'm going to follow my heart and pander to Rue.
Heart.
All right, this movie is not good. Okay, if you fast forward what the plot points are and just watch the dance, it's pretty incredible. Okay, it made white girls everywhere want to try and take hip hop lessons. Okay, Steve Harvey crushes it as the mediator. I'm going with You Got Served. Okay,
Nice.
we got a little B2K action in there. Omarion kills it. The soundtrack of this is lit. You're telling me when Pump It Up comes on that you are not like ready,
Right.
because I'm like, you know, I got like my little bop going when it comes on. I'm all about it. You Got Served is a classic. It was all I watched in high school, and I was the white girl that tried to learn the dances. So
This was number 5 on my list, so I'm kind of pissed.
We like Hayden Panettiere and Bring It On 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pump It Up by Joe Budden is definitely on my heavy rotation when I'm like getting ready to go out. For sure. Love that song. Not the greatest movie, but you're right. The dance sequences are
like you don't have
amazing.
to watch the movie.
Right.
Just watch the dances. And that's what I'm here for.
All right, anybody else have this one on their list?
Towards the bottom, but respect.
Okay. All right, that's
I
fair
mean,
enough.
all of my movies are trash, so they're pretty much all towards the bottom.
No, I'll get there for sure. Fun.
Well, speaking
My
of
form of trash.
Jess, you're up. What you got for your first overall pick?
Okay. Well, I have a clue behind me, and that is Lady Bird, directed by
Okay, I know where you're going.
Greta Gerwig. So I'm gonna choose Frances Ha as my first.
Wow.
Excellent.
I
choice.
thought I'd be the only one who considered that. Wow, good for
Yeah.
you. That makes me happy.
Some of Baumbach's movies kind of depress me, but I enjoyed this one quite a bit. And so yeah, that's what I'm choosing because she's a dancer, and so it's a dance movie.
No, I think it's fair. I didn't even think to put it on my list. Unfortunately, I'm kind of kicking myself for that. So I'm assuming, Max, you had this one on your list?
I did, yes.
Anybody else on the panel
Did.
have this one?
No, because again, it sounds like a good movie. So
It's a brilliant film.
Got Adam
and
Driver
it
in
do-
there.
Yeah, it doesn't even have like the best dance sequences, but it's about a dancer and it's about coming of age and it's in black and white and it's witty and lovely. And as a New Yorker of a certain age, I'm like, oh, I resonate with this on a super deep level.
No, it's
Great story of friendship,
Mm-hmm.
all that.
It's
Absolutely.
the only truly good Noah Baumbach film.
Oh, we're gonna have to disagree on that one, but that's for another time, I think.
I don't know what it is. Every other film that I've ever watched of him is just like, I'm always there, just like, you think you're so clever, don't you, Noah? But it's just something about Frances Ha. Everything just works so perfectly, and I think it's just because of Greta Gerwig. It's just a fantastic actress in it. But it's just like Marriage Story. I was there, just like, I hate you, Noah Baumbach. Just something about it, just like this pretentiousness about it, but works so perfectly
Yeah.
for Frances.
Sometimes the characters think very highly of themselves, and so it kind of translates. But not this.
Fair. God, trying to cancel in the chat. Love it. All right, sweet. Just takes Frances Ha, which moves it over to me. And thank you, Christina, for not taking what I wanted to pick first overall.
I left it for you, honey.
This movie is a tale of a girl from Indiana with big dreams of being a ballerina. And she gets accepted into the American Ballet Academy, even though she's got technically bad feet, bad turnout, but you can't take your eyes away from her when she's on stage doing her thing. I am taking Center Stage with
There it
my
is.
first overall pick. I adore this movie. I like the Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel. Every time that song comes on, my mind immediately goes to Center Stage, not to like his video or anything. Love, love, love this movie. So thankful for Christina for leaving it on the board for me. Thank you, girl.
Anytime for you, honey.
You're a jerk.
Now, did anybody besides Christina have Center Stage on their list, on the draft list?
Of course I did.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Glad to hear it. I'm not alone in my love for that.
No,
movie.
it's glorious.
Cool.
Debut of
It's so good. It literally just brings me back to high school. Like straight back there. It's so great.
I mean, every single time I hear The Way You Make Me Feel, I immediately think of
This
Center
movie.
Stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like how
we like toe walk.
Right. Or like, seriously, how did this chick change her shoes into red point shoes?
Yeah, that
No,
it's an
that's
editing
not the
mistake.
question.
now?
No, that's not the question because that is stage magic. I totally
Right.
can understand that. The question is, how the fuck did she turn around and her hair ended up in braids? That's
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I'm like, I understand the whole like changing the costume and like you can do things with shoes and stuff. Like I get that, but like her hair went into braids.
Yep.
What the hell?
and all the girls on the line with her doing the thing. Their hair is automatically in
Yeah.
braids.
And Zoe Saldana slaps in this movie.
She's so great in this movie.
Slaps.
I love
Yes.
her.
Was this her first?
So what are you doing? I'm knitting a sweater.
This is her first like major.
Major role, I
role.
think. And she
Yeah.
was incredible in it.
Eva Rodriguez. What's her name in that one? Yeah, she was the dancer with an attitude for Rue, who's never seen that movie. I'm surprised you haven't. Well, not really up Rue's alley. I
This
would say.
definitely seems like something Rue's going to cuddle up to by
But
himself.
no, I think you would like it, Rue.
Nothing to do
I
on a
think you would.
Thursday night. Let me watch Center Stage.
If you,
Fuck
ever
yeah.
if you ever get a chance to check it out, Rue, I think you would dig it. So that brings us over to Rachel to close out round one. What you got, girl?
So because y'all are drafting trash, I had to change my strategy up a little bit. So I went with, like I mentioned earlier, I was a cheerleader all 4 years of high school. So what better dance film for me than Bring It On?
There you go.
I remember working at the movie theater, and like as soon as I saw the trailer for it, I ran to my managers and I was like, "Hey, when this comes out, can I bring my squad?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Lo and behold, 7 months later, I was like, "Oh, by the way, I've got 40 girls coming in tonight. Like, cool, bye." He's like, "Wait, what?" And then we sat there and watched our lives be played out on the big screen, and it was amazing and glorious. And also just stud.
Oh no, you cut out on that last part. Who's the
Did I
stud?
pause? Oh, Jesse
Somebody's a
Bradford.
stud. Ah, gotcha,
Jesse.
gotcha.
Very much.
Yeah.
Oh, she's about to tell me something. I'm like, what?
I love the teeth brushing scene.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah.
teeth brushing
It's
was
adorable. Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
agree. It's real hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like as a teenager, I was like, I think they're having sex with their like toothbrushes.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
this
it's
is
like,
happening.
Tension.
So intimate. Like,
Yeah, this is a sex scene.
plus he wrote a song for her, made a mixtape for her, and mixtapes are like my favorite language of love letter. So like, yeah, I'm all
This
about this.
movie's perfect. Literally perfect.
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Chris
was an excellent
Carpenter.
choice.
Okay.
Excellent
then we have
choice. Good win.
Sure.
And then I have first round pick. For
Yeah,
next
hang out 1 second. We're going to do a recap for those who have joined us late so they can know exactly what went down for round one. Tony, take it away.
Absolutely. Okay, so Maxwell went first overall. He went with the red shoes. Christina went second. You got served. Jess went third with Francis Ha. Peggy went with Set Stage, and Rachel went with Bring It On.
Which brings us to round two. Back to Rachel. What you got up your sleeve?
Now I can't think of a trashier dance movie
Yes. Give it to
than
me.
Magic Mike XXL. I
you.
God
love
damn
this-
it.
I love this movie to the marrow of me. I literally use it as my depression gauge because if I don't laugh when Joe dances for that girl in the gas station, I know I need to call for help.
The water
This
bottle.
movie's-
The water bottles.
the water bottles and how much do I owe you for the water and the Cheetos? Like, it's so fucking perfect. It's so good. You can tell how much fun they're having on set. Like, they're literally just fucking around with each other, and it's so wonderful. I just love it to death.
I'm only
they
not
actually have-
curious. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying, and they actually have like real dancers, like Twitch at the end.
Yeah.
With Channing. Great performance.
Yeah, they're so good.
I'm only not furious you took this, which I fully intended on being my next pick because I love you so much. This is one of the most gloriously sex positive movies ever made. Men, women of all shapes and sizes and body types and colors and everything are made to feel loved and worshipped by this movie. It's an amazing dance movie. It's super sexy. Yeah, great pick. I'm upset I don't get it on my list.
I'm sorry.
As someone who's seen Magic Mike live in Vegas,
I have,
which is
My
a 10 out of 10 recommend.
My friend and I were 2 of 6 dudes there, and I couldn't have been happier. I was like, let's go. More attention for me.
Like, they were like, I've been to some grimy male strip clubs.
No, it was like legit production value. Yeah.
If like my son was a dancer there, I would be proud of him. They had
Yeah.
I'm like, you
really
got it
good
up there,
stuff.
hon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
was
fully
impressed.
support this pick.
Yep.
You know, they're doing a reality show right now to make a group for Magic Mike, and I'm like, where do I sign up to be a PA for this? Like,
Yeah, really.
let me be a consultant.
I don't know
will
if
them down.
you
need
can be
help being
trusted on that
oiled
set,
up?
Rachel.
Okay.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
don't-
they're probably all gay, and I'm used to that with
That's
my
fair.
touring life. So, I mean, just like to look at pretty boys. They're so adorable.
Heard that.
Magic Mike XXL was number 7 on my list.
He's on mine for sure.
So I'm not too upset, but I'm going to get accused of just going complete chalk with my next pick because it's still on the board. It's iconic. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. I got to take Dirty Dancing just because I know it's never getting back around to me. So I don't know what else there's to say about Dirty Dancing that has not already been said. Patrick Swayze is amazing in it. I mean, the dude wrote a song for the movie and then like went like number 1. I mean, what else? I mean, it's just an awesome movie. I love it. It's just one of those warm blanket movies where you can just throw it on any point in time and watch it. And you just kind of taken back. So
I'm still waiting for someone to lift me up like that, you know?
someone tried that with
Hasn't
me to get a
happened
hernia. But okay, so I'm assuming that this was at least somewhere on everybody's list at one point.
If it wasn't on your list, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Like, it's like the quintessential dance movie.
Yes.
I just knew Peggy was going to take it, so I didn't even bother to put it
Yeah,
on.
I am very happy with your strategy thus far, Christina.
I'm just like, I already know Peggy's going to take it, so I'm not even going to bother.
But yeah, very much loving.
Yeah, I had it down like 12th or something because I was like, somebody is going to take this before I get the opportunity to. It's fine.
I just like, this is one of those movies, like, I remember the first time I saw this movie. Like, that's what this movie means to me. Is like, I remember watching it for the first time and I was mesmerized and I like wanted to learn the whole ending scene.
Now, did anybody not see this for the first time at a sleepover?
I did not see it at a sleepover. I watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it in quarantine last year.
Wow, newbie to Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Does it hold up?
Kind
I
of
mean,
makes me
from someone who
sad.
didn't watch it, like when it first came out, does it holds up?
I
right?
liked it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just making sure.
And I wanted like that summer camp thing with your like that concept like does not exist now. And so I found
Right?
it really interesting.
I highly recommend watching the movies that made us.
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah.
an episode on how this movie like almost did not get made at all.
And it was almost Sarah Jessica Parker and Billy Zane. as
Ugh.
the leads. Not
No.
to spoil the documentary or anything. Hi, Rory. You come and say hi.
Rory.
I think with Dirty Dancing as well, it's a good film. But the soundtrack is one of the best of all time. That soundtrack is lit.
That's
I
good.
don't think there's a bad song in that entire movie, which is
100%.
incredible.
But yes, very happy to get Dirty Dancing on my squad. Over to Jess for her second overall pick. What you got?
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think Christina was talking about a movie that kind of shaped her, and so now I'm gonna choose something that was on rotation. DVDs, you know, when you open up that case on road trips, this is something I watched quite often. Channing Tatum has been brought up already, and so I'm going to choose the first Step Up movie because I love it with my whole heart. And yeah,
No,
Oh, my God.
excellent pick.
opens up with P.D. Pablo.
Yes.
You know, to start it off. You know,
Yeah,
they
this-
fell in love on set, and I just loved that as a kid, just to fantasize about. But yeah,
No, excellent pick. This was number 3 on my list, so I'm kind of pissed off that I didn't think it was going to get back around to me. Someone was going to take it for sure.
It's so good because
So good.
they're so good. Like the script is terrible. I think we can all agree it's not good. But the characters like kind of like the actors kind of know that and just like kind of like lean in. They're like, yeah, we're just here to dance and have fun. And I love
the line
love
dance scene, like
that. Oh yeah.
Little Mario, like say I'm just a friend 2000. like what? And he's the DJ. I'm like, bro, you can sing, just sing.
It's like this is your album. Just
Right.
fucking- There's a mic right there. Just
I will say the part where Jenna's character is like just in her own head in the studio, just like marking out the routine is like she's incredible. Like there's no, like her talent is like immeasurable how fantastic of a dancer she really is. And it's like that, like this movie came out when I was a senior in high school. So like I was still dancing. So like that moment, like when you're just alone in the studio, just like literally working out your frustration through movement was something that like really stuck with me because that was such a stress relief when I was a kid. So like I knew exactly what she was going through in that moment.
yeah. I gotta agree with
I see all those.
Brandy, I gotta say, Moose is the best part of every Step Up movie he's in. Yes, thank you. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I was kind of conflicted choosing between 2 and 1, but 1 is the one I've seen the most. I love Channing Tatum. He barely appears in the second, and no, I just like it. The dancing in 2 I enjoy more, but the movie as a whole,
yeah,
the first I enjoy.
Like Step Up, the whole franchise is just that perfect of just like you put it on for 2 hours. It's just fun. Every movie is fun to the nth degree. It's just like, it's like, yeah, the story's a bit crap, especially in the third one, but it's like, it's still fun. People dancing. It's just great.
For sure. And side note, if you've never seen the lip sync battle between Jenna and Channing, I highly recommend you check that.
Highly recommended. Yes.
That is my sexuality, right in that's my sexuality, right there.
But no spoilers, but it's great. Check it out.
It is real good.
Solid pick from Jess. Pick and step up. Second overall, Christina. We're over to you.
Alrighty. I still have a lot of garbage left on here that I think will still be there later. So
somebody's not sure of themselves.
I have such terrible movie taste. I'll pick something that's actually good. A good movie. The dance isn't it's semi-prominent in the plot. But it takes place in Philadelphia. They rep the birds a lot, so I gotta, they talk about the Eagles in here, so I gotta rep that. I've been to the street on Jewelers Row where they make up at the end of the movie. I almost got married, or the place where they have their dance competition, but it was too expensive, so I didn't get married there, and I cried for like 2 weeks because I really wanted to get married there. Because I love Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, so I'm gonna pick Silver Linings Playbook as my dance movie, even though their dance is so bad. The movie's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I cried for like 2 straight weeks. I'm not actually sure why Anthony still married me, but it's fine.
This was number 12 on my list. I'm assuming I'm not the only one who had it that you stole it from.
I honestly didn't even consider it as a dance movie, but I think it's such a cool choice.
Yeah, I understand why you chose it, but like
absolutely,
for me, like it's a great movie, but when I want to watch a dance movie, it's like literally nowhere near my brain pan.
Well, that's fair.
Listen, I got garbage on here, girl. It's coming up.
Yes.
You just had to pick the one credible film before you.
Yeah, I had to pick at least one credible film.
I still need to see it. I got put off Jennifer Lawrence because of Hunger Games, so I need to go back and actually watch it.
You got put off.
I was the same. That's the one that put you off of her.
I am Jennifer Lawrence in this movie.
I fell in love with her because of Katniss Everdeen. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I read the books first, and it's just when I went to saw the first film, I was just like, this is not what I wanted in the absolute slightest. It was the opposite of Harry Potter for me. It was just like, this is not what I imagined. Please get away, Jennifer Lawrence. You're not Katniss for me. And now just hated me every time I see her. Now I'm just like, you did bad. You did bad.
Seems like that seems like a you problem.
It very much is.
Very much is.
I now have this image of you like folding your arms and like very huffily being like, "You're not my Katniss."
Yeah.
Like that's what I figure you do.
Probably
every time
not
you
far
put
off
on
from
screen.
Probably not far off from
every time she appears.
Ugh, Katniss.
When Jennifer Lawrence goes off on Robert De Niro and like lists all the sports stats, like people have actually texted me to be like, "Did you write that part of the movie? Like, were you the inspiration for her saying that?" Because I'm like, that's literally my personality.
I would say if you ever had to do like a monologue or something for like a class, that would be
that was it.
It's either that one or
give it a beer.
Yeah, it's either that one or Marissa Tomei in My Cousin Vinny. Those it's very identical vibes.
Yes.
Yep, I totally see that. All right, so Christina takes Silver Linings Playbook over to Max. Close out round number 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep the Step Up train going and go with Step Up 3D.
That one.
It is my favorite of the Step Up movies. I think it by far has the best dance sequences. John M. Chu is a fantastic director. Because of his dance background, he knows how to shoot it, how to work with the choreographers to make it look incredible on screen. Still some of the best use of 3D I've ever seen. But as Brandy said in the chat, Moose is the best part of the Step Up franchise. And this is Moose's movie. This is where he gets to shine. The number where he's late for the dance battle, he comes in on his bike and he hits the sprinkler and it floods up with water. And they still just go and they're like stomping in the water and it's splashing. That is dance cinema right there. And then you get Allison Stoner. It's a really delightful movie. It's like one of my ultimate comfort pick-me-up movies, Step Up 3D.
I haven't seen Step Up 3D yet.
Oh, no.
I only did the first 2.
I'm so excited for you guys to watch it. Oh
It's
my
so
God.
good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But yeah, I'm afraid I can't partake in adding any commentary on this one, so I leave it to you guys to discuss if you'd like.
I mean,
Chris Taylor said, the moose was set loose on this one.
It's so good. He's so good.
So
He's
good.
so good. It's really obnoxious. Like, I don't like. I have a level of love when people are incredibly talented. It like borderline disgusts me and induces rage. So
So
like,
then how do you spend so much time with me then?
because because we have breaks. We have breaks.
Okay.
But no, this movie, I just watch these movies. I'm just like, oh, fuck you guys. Like, it's so gross. Like, why are you so talented and so wonderful and seem like the best human beings?
When this stream is done, I will get out of this chair and every bone in my body will crack.
Me too.
So then I watch these people dance like this and I'm like, how?
I used
How
to
did
be
you do
able
that?
to dance like that, and now I stand up and can literally on demand crack my hips. Like, that's not okay. It makes me sad. But
That's not okay. My hips crack all the time.
I hate talented
bad.
people,
It's
mostly
so
just
fun.
because I'm not one.
I'm so excited for In the Heights because Step Up exists, and just like being able to see John M. Chu direct choreography, just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be incredible. This is gonna be like Steven Spielberg is gonna absolutely ruin West Side Story, but this is gonna be the best musical of this year.
I can't speak ill of either of them because I know like half the cast for both of them because I toured
I do
with them.
too.
And it's
Yeah.
just like I'm just so excited for both of them.
Every time someone I knew got cast in one of those two films, I was like, oh.
Yeah, random
You know?
shots fired at Spielberg for no reason. What's up, Tony?
It's a,
He knows what he did.
to be fair, it's an interesting choice for a musical, but I'm excited. I mean, I don't think I've cried as much when receiving texts as I did while they were taping or when they were making both movies because I would just get set pictures from both.
They were
sets.
like filming at the same time, like blocks away from each other.
I know. And like I literally saw one picture of my friends that like met up in costume and I was like crying. I was like, this is everything I want in my life.
All right. Well, Step Up 3D closes out round 2. Over to Tony for the recap for those of us who have joined us late.
Absolutely. All right, so Rachel went first this round. She went Magic Mike XXL. Peggy went with Dirty Dancing. Jess went Step Up. Christina went Silver Linings Playbook. And Max went Step Up 3D.
On to round number 3. Max, you're up. What you got?
Okay, I'm hopping back over to quality cinema. Not that Step Up 3D isn't, but you know, it's more of like the trash dance movie, with Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan.
Okay.
This movie is actually a great complementary film to The Red Shoes because it's another super serious, with a more thriller element to it, exploration of the dedication a legitimate ballerina needs to make it work. And then you have this incredible rivalry with Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis. It's like sexy and dark and eerie and just gorgeous, and it makes me sick in the best way. I love this movie. Great dance sequences, like super amazing actual legit ballet. Just an awesome movie. Yeah, Aaron, before the stream I said specifically, I am going to pander to Aaron Brooks today. So I'll take my check in the mail. You know where to send it.
I mean, rightly so. Look at that dog. It's so cute. I think I would have enjoyed this movie more had I not gone and seen it with my mom.
Yes.
Because it got real awkward real quick. And we just sat there very still for 2.5 hours. No, I do love this movie. It's definitely on my list a little further down, but it's so good. Like,
so good.
And was it Barbara Hershey plays her mom? Oh
yes,
my God.
incredible performance.
Ugh,
Yep.
She's brutal and loving and like everything a ballet mom is.
Truly scary.
I've never seen it. I heard about the cuticle part, and then I was like, I don't need to watch this movie.
It's
a lot.
Yeah,
You need a
I was
strong
like,
stomach to make it through some of this movie.
This is like a lot for me, but I was like, I'll just watch the dance parts. So I've done that.
And watch her make out with Steven Casal because, oh, is he sexy?
There is that thing about something about ballet just makes a film feel more serious. Like you have like the Red Shoes, you have Black Swan. There's another one that's probably going to get brought up, which is very everything about ballet on screen just always works so much better and just brings this like intensity to it almost.
I think it's the music too, when it's like that classical music just ringing. You know, it's
when you get those violins and those strings in there, like creating tension and like you know how like this is like the one type of dance that was like super highbrow back in the day, and like only the richest and the elite could go see it, and then like you see all the drama behind it. Like it's so fascinating.
And it's like, and it's all about being perfect. Like there is no room for error. You know, there's other dances, other types of dance where you can flow in the movements, but like ballet has to be absolutely perfect.
On the beat.
Unless you're Jodie Sawyer. Just saying.
Yeah.
You to ride in on a motorcycle. Woo!
I'm
But no.
temporary ballet. Like that's my thing.
But Max with a solid pick of Black Swan. Over to Christina for her round 3 pick.
All right, guys, this movie's not good. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a good movie. But it is a movie I unfortunately have watched several times because as a teenager in the 2000s, that's all I did is I just watched terrible movies. There's no way Julia Stiles would have gotten into Juilliard because that
Absolutely.
that
Not
audition
at all.
was pretty terrible. The whole plot of this movie is pretty crap. Kerry Washington, though, is spectacular, and I'm glad that she's in this movie. But I don't know how Derek teaching her how to like bop on the chair is like the inspiration she needed. But Save the Last Dance is something, if it's on TV, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this.
Yep.
It's not a good movie. The dancing is subpar at best. But the part where they're in the club with like, don't stop, get it. I'm like, yo, I know that dance. The next time we're at the club, when the clubs open up, if anybody knows it, I will be your friend.
Fuck yeah.
Or like, he goes, like, girl, I know you're trying to dance with me. I'm like, yeah, I am. I am trying to dance with you.
Mm-hmm. That's when you just turn your back to the screen while the movie's playing and you're just like, yeah. I remember high school.
Get it. Soundtrack's bopping.
Oh, it's so bad. It's
I didn't realize there was a TikTok on. I mean, I knew it was bad when I watched it. I was like, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, no, it's bad.
When she brought in the chair, I was like,
Well, when she was doing like hip hop ballet of like,
yeah,
with like the fingers like this, like what are we doing with this? Are you an air traffic controller?
she's doing the Disney point. She's hoping to get
Yeah,
cast in
it's exactly
something.
right.
Yeah, no, that movie is awful. Like I remember watching that and being like, I wouldn't even let her join my JV squad that I was a captain of. Like, oh my god. The only thing she did well was point her toes, and that's fucking it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when she would do like some of the jumps that I was like, ooh, they didn't have like an actual dancer come in and do this part where like we're not seeing her face.
Yeah.
Because that was rough.
You had 20 girls lined up in the hallway for auditions. You couldn't just pull one in and be like, here's her same outfit, just do some turns.
Right. Oh yeah.
Who
No.
would you guys recast in that role?
Anyone
that can
else.
A dancer.
Anyone that can dance. Because it's not like Julia Stiles was killing it in the acting game back then either.
No.
So
Yeah.
you just have somebody that can read and somebody that can dance would have done a better job.
Literally
But I
any
do li-
chorus
I do-
girl on Broadway.
I do like that both of your last 2 picks have Julia Stiles though.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's a fan.
Oh my God, how can I get the Prince and me in here?
I don't know. That's a stretch.
They did ballroom dance at the end, right?
Look,
They
if I
did.
could
Probably.
if I could fit 10 things I hate about you into any conversation, I'm going to do it because there's a difference between like and love. Because I like my Skechers,
But
I love my Prada backpack.
I don't have a Prada backpack.
You can be
is that-
underwhelmed and you can be overwhelmed, but can you ever just be whelmed?
I
I think you can in Europe. Boom.
All right, before we get too off track here, over to Jess for Jess's 3rd round pick.
Okay. I'm thinking.
We can keep quoting 10 things I hate about you. Give you
I know,
some
we
time.
can keep talking 10 things I hate about you. and how wonderful and beautiful it is.
I have a dick on my face, don't I?
Yep.
It's like I have a few choices, but I think they'll survive the next round.
Oh, someone's got
Um,
faith.
Should you be
Blind
drinking
spot.
alcohol when you don't have a liver?
I'm gonna go
I need to
with
watch
okay.
Again, I've not seen it.
Has an iconic dance scene. Came out pretty recent. The plot centers around a certain type of exotic dancers.
Oh,
I'm
here
gonna
we
go
go.
Okay.
with Hustlers.
Yes.
Yes.
Good pick.
Yes.
Ooh.
No, that's just got my vote.
Yeah.
Rachel, just crawl up in my fur with me, honey.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like I would be if J-Lo was like that, I would.
Right.
Yeah.
What was she,
Oh,
like,
I'm
48
getting
at
up in that
filming?
fur.
49, something like that at the time of filming.
She's 50, and like,
Yeah.
fuck her.
Uh-huh.
I mean, literally, I would.
That how does she look better now than when she was like in Selena?
And like after what 2 marriages and like 2 or 3 kids, like what?
And
The woman
by
had
the
twins.
way, yeah, the Julia Stiles train just keeps on rolling. She's in it too.
It's perfect.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I might want to watch that tonight before bed. That just seems like a good bedtime movie.
Hell yeah.
Anthony, if you're still in the chat, let me know if you approve of that watch.
Oh yeah, he's gonna say no to Hustlers.
Yeah.
Anthony loves Hustlers a lot. I'm pretty sure he's watched it alone.
All right, that's
I also don't think he's in the chat or listening to this right now, which is why I can talk about him.
No, it's a solid.
Whoops, I was wrong.
There we are.
found him.
Hustlers.
Thought I heard him
Hustlers
go to the
is amazing.
bathroom. Thought I was safe.
I think I need to rewatch it because I thought it was meh. When aside from J Lo's performance, that was just off the
Yeah.
charts, like amazing. But yeah, just the overall movie. I need to give it a reach, like another.
I love good crime movie where that
Yeah.
kind of unfolds. So
That's
I will
true.
say
All right.
it's not Lorraine Scafary's best film because her debut film, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, is one of the best films of the 2010s. It's incredible, and not enough people have seen it. It's
a good movie.
starring Steve Carell and Keira Knightley, and it's just
Keira
everybody.
Knightley.
Just, like
It's
I'm British,
good.
I have to love Keira Knightley, so it's legally obligated. Otherwise, I kicked out of the country.
All right, so over to me, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right.
What you got, Peggy?
Well, I'm just gonna keep scooping up all the ones you're leaving here for me that are the cliche ones, but they're cliche for a reason. Give me some Kevin Bacon and Footloose, baby.
There it
I'm
is.
taking it off the board.
I'm so glad you got the 84 version and not that fucking just awful new
Well,
version.
Props to Julianne Hough. The girl can dance, so
Yeah, she can do.
Oh.
it.
she was fantastic in that one. But yeah, no, the 84 version for sure. Give me some Sarah Jessica Parker with a really bad perm. Very on board. You get Willard, who can't dance, has no rhythm to save his life, but his buddy helps him out and teaches him how to dance. Come on, it's a classic. You can't help but love this film, unless there's somebody on the panel who happens to dislike this film.
How do you know? How do you dislike?
No.
I just you
are
never
you
know.
guys
You
gonna
never know.
dislike me if I've only seen the terrible remake?
Oh, that makes me
Oh.
excited for you to see
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon doing gymnastics. In,
Yeah.
In the
I
barn.
have seen clips of that. Yeah.
Have you seen the video of where if it's like when he gets so far enough away from the car, like the music goes out and all you hear are, like sneaker shuffles and like grunting
But you get like
as I pause.
you get a tractor chicken race in this one. You don't think you get that in many other movies, so that's a good.
Nope.
Get the line. I thought only pansies wore neckties. See there? I thought only assholes use the word pansy. It's a fucking great line. Come on.
It is perfect.
But yes, Jess, I'm excited for you to see it one day. You should.
You'll have to
put
let
it
us all
on the
know what you
list.
think.
Okay.
Live
I'll live tweet it.
Oh, just shoot a
That
reaction video. I'd love that.
Shoot a react.
Yeah. I'd be down for it.
It'll
But
be
yeah.
like,
I still think John Lithgow should have got Oscar nominated Best Supporting Actor for this. His performance in it was just like he's copied not every single time you need like the.
This is the Dennis Quaid part,
perfect.
Jess.
Yes.
So she's on. So she knows what you're talking
I
about.
will say, like the cast of the remake is very good.
Yeah.
Like Miles Teller, I love him. Like I think they did a good job of like casting it. It's just, I just don't think this movie needed to be remade. I think is
No.
the issue.
mhm.
It was fine. Like especially if you pretty much made the same movie. Like they didn't really do anything that different. They
Yeah, it was-
like they changed where he was from, which I thought was
Yeah.
weird.
It was
As
very shy of a
RB3
shot for
says,
shot.
as RB3 says, it was a little disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie.
I can see that. But I'm happy to have the original on my squad. Rachel,
Great pick.
your turn.
Well, you mentioned Sarah Jessica Parker,
Oh no!
I'm gonna jump.
Debating between these. Okay.
I'm gonna jump off of that, and my final pick for round 3 is Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Ah!
This movie I have watched so many times. I wanted to be Helen Hunt when I grew up. Like to the point where I tried making like those like dinosaur like hairpins. Like can't do it. Couldn't figure it out, but she did, and she is a fucking icon. She put Velcro on her Catholic schoolgirl skirt so she could reverse it, and there was leather on the other side. Like, how do you not love a girl like that? It's so good. Also, it gives you some of the best lines. You know, like "You move, you bleed." It's such a great movie. DTV, I wanted it to be real so fucking bad to the point where when I met, oh my God, what's his name? The host of Dance TV.
I forget.
He's an actual DJ, and he's a DJ in LA, and I met him, and I was
Rick
like,
Dees? Is it Rick Dees that did it? I don't know. It's been so long since I watched it. I don't remember who did it.
Richard Blade.
Ah.
I believe the DTV host.
Oh, yeah, but I met him and like lost my ever loving mind. I was like, oh my God, you are in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And he like doubled overlapping because I'm the asshole that brings up movies that nobody fucking remembers. I love this movie to my core.
Here, $1 million question. Jess, have you seen this one?
No.
Another one you get to look forward to. This one, I don't know if it'll hold up as well.
Let's play the game. What year did it come out? Was I alive yet?
No, you were not. I was barely alive.
Nope.
It was like 87.
It was 85. Yeah.
85.
Yeah.
Definitely not alive. But that's all right. But you got that to look forward in your future. Max, did you have this one on your list?
I no, I didn't.
No?
I've seen it and it's good, but it wasn't on my list.
Christina, you?
I did not have this one on my list.
I did. I definitely had it on the list. It was going to be my next pick. Damn it. That's all right, though.
Oh,
You're welcome.
But it's a good way to close out round 3. Tony, over to you for the recap.
Absolutely. I was going to say Girls Just Want to Have Fun is just like Hairspray, but without Zac Efron. So instantly worse.
All right.
I don't think I get the joke, Tony.
I just wanted to say I love Zac Efron.
Me too.
Zac Efron
I
too.
mean,
he might show up on my list. He might not.
where's the lie? He's delightful.
Remember when we drafted boy bands and you tried to get only Zac Efron characters, but I ruined it for you?
Yeah, you ruined it first fucking round.
Yeah.
Why did we let you back on the show? All right, round 3.
Which is wonderful.
All right, so Maxwell first.
This is true.
And he went with Black Swan. Christina went Save the Last Dance. Jess went with Hustlers. Peggy went Footloose. And Rachel went with Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
All right, on to...
I was going to say, before we go around, because we did a very quintessential 80s film there for the last round, I think we should quickly plug what's up next month.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Because the first one for next month is iconically 80s movies. So that's not the best 80s movies. That's the ones that represent the 80s the most. 12th, the No Prep Challenge 2. So that's where you don't get told what the topic is until the show starts. 1997, and the 26th, Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon.
So any movies with Thelma or Louise then you cannot draft Thelma and Louise, the movie. You have to draft other movies with either Susan Sarandon or Gina Davis in them.
I love that.
So the form will be out after the show. So if you want to sign up, all that jazz, blah blah blah.
That'll be there for you.
Yeah, I'm still mad at the results from the first No Prep Challenge because there's no way Andrew James Barr's Thanksgiving dinner table was better than mine. His seemed like a snooze fest is what his was. I would not want to attend that dinner.
I'm so glad you take the poll seriously.
Dude, Mick Lovin was at mine. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Mick Lovin was at my dinner table. So was Captain America. So was Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. Like, hello, I was winning. Honestly.
Oh my God.
I would vote for you.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't see that episode, go back. It's on the playlist. It's a good one. But all right, on to round number 4. Rachel, over to you.
All right. It's just, I know that there's not a lot left, so I have to be very careful because there's going to be, like 9 movies picked, or 8 movies picked before it gets back to me for a choice. So this is a really, really important one to close this out.
Don't pick mine.
I don't think I'm going to pick yours.
Okay.
Because my last 2 are, I'm pretty sure you don't have those on your list. I think I'm going to go with the very first musical I ever memorized and was running around the house at 5 singing Dance 10 Looks 3. I'm going with 1985's masterpiece by Richard Attenborough, A Chorus Line.
Nice.
Mhm.
I
There you
like
go.
that.
It's one of my favorites. Also, you get to see super young Michael Douglas as a director. And like the whole show is just, it's so beautifully done. And it's incredibly on point, no pun intended, for the audition process. And I fucking love it. It's so great.
Maxwell, you had a reaction to that. Was this one on your list? Was this going to be maybe?
It was definitely one I considered. Actually spent a lot of time like debating if I wanted to include musicals because some musicals have incredible dancing. Certainly, this is one where I felt legit because it's about dancers and auditioning. That fits great. It's a great movie, great story, great songs too. Just iconic dance material in The Chorus Line. And there's a great documentary too. More recently, when they're trying to cast the Broadway revival, that's such a great insight into what it's like to prep for getting a dance role on Broadway. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's really good.
I'm sure
It came out in
somebody's looking it up.
2006.
Yeah,
Every
that
Little
sounds
Step?
right. Yes, that's it. Exactly.
What was it called, Tony?
Every Little Step.
Bobby Brown song. Just saying.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it's facts. What?
A Chorus Line. I always get shouted at, but I always think that Chorus Line is the best Richard Attenborough film that he directed. Just everything about it works so perfectly. It's just like this beautiful. Just it works so wonderfully. And I'm just like I always get shouted at because it's not Gandhi or A Bridge Too Far, which are the serious picks that you have to choose.
It's good.
All right. Over to me, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. I am going to have to pick a guilty pleasure because I fear that it might not get around to me.
Do it.
It might, but I don't want to take that risk. This one, didn't like it as much the first time around, but the second time watching it through, I realized just like how amazing it is, and anything with Stanley Tucci in it is amazing. I am going with Cher and Christina Applegate in the movie Burlesque.
Burlesque.
Yes.
Aguilera, not Christina.
Yeah.
Did I say Applegate? Did I say what I said?
Don't get that wrong, baby.
I've been doing that too much lately.
You know what? You just need to sit down and watch The Sweetest Thing because I know that's on your mind. Just like watch it and get it out of your brain. I know it's right there.
This is on my list too. I saw this with my grandparents. That was a fun experience. But Cam, I don't know how to pronounce his last name confidently.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh my
He
god.
was really good with eyeliner on
Yeah.
when he's bartending. Yeah, I'm on board.
Gigande? Gigande
Eric
is what it is.
Jane was in this.
Gig-
Yeah, you get Kristen
Bell.
Bell being like the bitch of the club and everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
So what we're saying is it's a really sexy cast in this movie.
very much so.
Have you not seen Burlesque?
No, I have.
Oh, I was
Of
gonna
course
say. I was like, this seems like a
The
Max
soundtrack's great too.
Have you met me? You don't think I've seen Burlesque?
He is Burlesque.
for the first time.
It's true.
But no, yeah. Diana Aragon's in that one too. Just like
Oh yeah, she's
From Glee.
the girlfriend, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But,
I'm so upset with you right now. I gave you center stage.
I didn't
McSteamy-
know you were gonna take
McSteamy's
this
in
one.
it,
There's still good stuff on the board for you.
No, there's only garbage, which is what I'm going for.
Which is
And by
Burlesque.
good stuff, I mean garbage. By when I say good stuff, there's stuff that you
I will
up
say
your alley still.
Christina Aguilera's bangs in this were a little much for my liking, but we'll just
They're a little severe. That's
They
true.
were,
but
they were a little like late 90s, early 2000s.
or like she definitely had the
with,
roller
like,
in them.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like the actual shape of her roller brush.
Yeah.
Just all the
It really
hairspray,
was.
like you ding it and it's like ding, ding, ding.
It totally was.
Yeah. I was like, all right, girl, you're lucky you can sing because a hair wasn't working for you.
And things she can. But yeah, this is one of those movies that I'll just throw on like, oh, Burlesque is on. Why not?
Why? This movie is
And
terrible.
I love anything with Stanley Tucci. So
And
Also
Cher
good news, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Cher kills it.
and McSteamy.
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep,
Eric
yep.
Dane.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, if you've
And
never seen it, yeah.
They bought the air rights.
Yes, the air right.
Genius.
Spoilers, Jess. God.
Spoilers to burlesque.
All
If
right,
anyone's
but yes,
actually upset about that, I really want to talk to you.
see Rachel after the show.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
you
Well,
guys can
direct
have a
you to that.
discussion.
We'll talk about what's important in life.
But yes, very happy to get burlesque on my team. Jessica, over to you.
My turn? Okay.
Mhm.
So I have a couple of angles I'm thinking. Okay. I'm going to pick a movie. It's all about, I feel like a lot of dance movies are like this. It's about, individualism and like being yourself and not following the crowd and doing yourself best. So I'm going to go with an animated movie.
Oh.
Happy Feet.
Yeah.
No! Fuck you!
Oh wow.
I love that you picked this. That's such
God, I haven't heard
know.
I haven't heard cursing like that, Rachel, since I was in Florida.
I know.
I love
Yes,
it. It
I've got-
didn't even cross my mind. I love it.
Happy Feet's a dance movie.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Can't sing, so just tap his little feet. It's got stars in it. Robin Williams, it's great.
Chat's behind you. Love it. Okay, with that reaction, I'm guessing, Rach, that was on your list and maybe up next for you.
Of course it was on my list. I should have known. I should have known that an animated was going to get scooped up by Jess, though. I'm really angry that I didn't put that on for this last round. It's so good. I mean, they call him Tippy Tappy. Like, it's the cutest, most adorable movie. And it's like a dance movie at first, and then all of a sudden it like swings really hard in the direction of like environmentalism. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
okay with this. Like, yeah, we need to stop overfishing. But also, I will watch an entire hour-and-a-half movie animated of penguins dancing. There doesn't need to be a plot. As long as the song mashups are great and they dance, I'm all here for
Yeah,
it.
the
Like,
singing's great too.
give it to me. It's so much fun.
I still am trying to reconcile how it's directed by the same guy who made the Mad Max movies. Like,
Yeah.
how does
Yeah,
one
Rain.
mind do both of those things?
I look at Ryan Murphy.
Well, you have to have the balance. You have to have the super, super dark and then like the super, super light. So like it makes sense.
We also didn't mention the late great Brittany Murphy in this either.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, Corey did. Good job, Corey. Sorry, totally just stole his thunder.
Also, you have musical performances from Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman. It's just like mixing together two of the best musicals.
It's true.
I,
And he
I
did
always-
Babe Pig in the City. Well, that's
He
a-
did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Mr.
George
George
Miller.
Miller has range.
He does.
if he's not doing dystopian Australian films, he's doing Talking Animals.
It's true. Those
And
are
we
his
just got used to
two.
it.
Yeah.
The pendulum swings wide for that one. All right, so Happy Feet goes to Jess's squad. Christina.
Okay, this movie is definitely the worst one on my list, but I have to have it.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
It is so bad. And I don't even think I remember seeing this in theaters. God, the 2000s were rough for movie watching for me, I think, because I didn't watch anything that was good. Like, if you look at all like the Oscar nominated films, I was like, yeah, I didn't watch any of those. So again, I was a dancer, so I was like, oh, this dance movie is coming out. We should all go see it. It's like all my friends from dance. We all went, and it's about a young girl who's, you know, a choreographer in the inner city. And she's changing lives of the youths, and she gets discovered, and she goes off to realize that the world, the professional dance world, is harsh, and she's not as great as she thought she was. And is Jessica Alba actually dancing in this movie? Because it's really not very good. But I'm going with Honey. This movie is a classic.
I hope she was the one dancing because Jesus Christ, if that was a professional dancing in her stead, what the fuck?
So bad. Like, I don't think there was literally anybody else who was like noteworthy in this film besides her. Like, was anybody like I don't recall anybody else being in this
There was
movie.
the girl from
Vampire
Vampire Diaries.
Missy Elliott was in it.
And then wasn't like the choreographer for like
Joker?
Danity Kane when like P. Diddy was doing Making the Band, like the choreographer for Danity Kane was also in the movie, whatever
Might
her
have been.
name was.
Might have been.
There was also what was his name? Wade something.
Oh yes,
Wade Robson.
Yeah,
Wade yeah.
he was
I was
the
like,
choreographer for NSYNC.
Green Sync. Yep. Still remember Bye 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 Baby.
Yes.
Bring it
Yeah,
on.
so this movie's not very good. I don't think anyone is missing out if you've never watched it. But I have to have it because pretty much all of my movies are trash 2000 dance movies.
I was debating between Honey and Burlesque, so we're not very.
Burlesque is gonna be my next thing after Honey. I was pretty mad that you picked Burlesque. I would have been infuriated if you picked Honey. Like, I would have been, there would have been trades happening.
Those are like the top 2 dumpster fire dance movie
Yes.
of all time. Like, oh my god.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to anything that's actually good. Like, no, none of my movies will be classics. There will be no Ginger Rogers, no Fred Astaire. No one with actual talent will be on my list. The most talented dancer so far I have is Omarion, and that's saying something.
It's fair.
I think Bradley Cooper is a great dancer, probably.
I was about to,
I'd
I was
love
about
to
to say,
dance
I'm looking
with
at your
him.
list. I'm pretty sure Bradley Cooper's the best. Ooh.
Do you know who was meant to be the lead?
Yo, DM me, Rue. DM me. Let me see if it's on my list.
So, Beyonce Knowles was actually originally cast to be in Honey, but she had to pull out last minute. That's why Jessica Alba got the gig. It's
Oh,
like that movie
God.
would have been so much better with Beyonce.
No, it would not have. It would have been much worse.
I don't think so.
You know
I
what?
think
Lil
it would have been much.
Chris Taylor is correct. Lil Bow Wow was in that, but it's not Bow Wow, it's Lil Bow Wow.
Oh, yeah, he was still Lil back
He was
then.
still Lil at
Lil
that point. He hadn't
That's right.
grown up yet.
I don't think they
Thing.
dropped yet. Yeah.
But I appreciate the pick, Christina. So touche. All right, Maxwell.
I'm running out of crap.
No,
Sorry,
you're
you only
not.
have one more
Alright.
pick to go. So
So, my pick is the debut film from one of our most delightfully ostentatious filmmakers. It is Baz Luhrmann's Strictly Ballroom.
okay.
From 1992, super Australian movie about competitive ballroom dancing, and also a dancer who wants to bring more fun and flash into it, and not just have to subscribe to the rules. You could definitely see the future that Baz would do with like Great Gatsby and Moulin Rouge in this movie. Like, he had his style down pat from the beginning. It has incredible dance sequences. It's shot so beautifully, and it's sort of just a heartwarming movie because it shows at the end of the day what matters is the memories we make and not if you win or lose. Age-old messages.
That's a good sentiment.
We don't lose.
Winning's great though.
Well, fair.
I
Winning
honestly
is great.
I honestly don't think I've seen this one. If I have, it was years ago. I don't remember much about it.
It's good. It's fun. It's definitely one that I was like, as soon as you were like, oh, dance movies, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this movie. Like, it's not one of my favorites. It's not one I find myself like going back and watching all the time, but it's like, it's one of those, like, if it's on, I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch this again. It's good.
I will have to check it out at some point.
I watched
It's
it for the
really
first
good.
time a couple of weeks ago. It is absolutely fantastic. I don't know why when I was watching it, it was very much Taika Waititi and some of the comedy. It's like watching it now, it's just like you can just see where a bit of that Australian, New Zealand comedy come from. And it's just like, it's so good. And Baz Luhrmann's amazing.
Oh my
I
god,
don't feel like-
can we get a Taika Waititi directed dance movie, please?
That sounds amazing.
That'd be
Oh my
awesome.
god, I want it so badly now.
What type of dance would it be?
I want his version of Honey.
Yes.
I want him to remake Honey.
Doesn't Honey have sequels also? Like, this, it's a franchise.
I think they were
Yeah.
straight to video
Oh my
board.
god, that's right.
Like, Honey does not need to be remade. It also did not need to be franchised.
That's what- Honey has 2 sequels. Honey
Also-
2 and Honey 3 Dare to Dance.
So it's a trilogy. It's just a hard trilogy.
Can't say I've seen either 2 or 3, but hey, okay, you do. All right, we're at the end of round 4. Recap and then last round, guys. After that, Tony, take it away.
Absolutely. Give me 2 seconds.
You didn't put the Strictly
Yeah,
Ballroom.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
It's all right. It's all right.
I got distracted thinking about Strictly Ballroom and how great it is. All right, here we are. All right, so Rachel went first. Fran, she went with Chorus Line. Peggy chose Burlesque.
Hey, I did. I stand by it.
Jess went Happy Feet, Christina went Honey, and Max went Strictly Ballroom.
Fifth and final round, ladies and gents. So this is where you pick one that like you just have to have on your team, or something that's going to make it well-rounded. Whatever you want to do, take it away, Maxwell. What you got for your fifth and final pick?
All right, I've had some serious cinema, some classics, so I'm going for some trash. It's a Netflix original movie. It didn't even play theaters. It's called Work It, and it is specifically on the list for one reason, and that is because any opportunity to watch Jordan Fisher dance is a good night in my house. It's a really cheesy competitive dance troupe movie. It has like cattiness and shade is thrown, but the dance sequences are a lot of fun. And again, Jordan Fisher.
Is that the guy who was in the sequel to PS to All the Boys I Love?
Yes,
PS I Love You?
exactly right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm making sure I'm thinking of the right person.
You are.
Because I'm not sure if
the TV like live recording of Grease.
He is, yes. And he actually won Dancing with the Stars one year.
Yes.
Never really watched Dancing with the Stars. So.
I always hate when people that are actually professional dancers get to be on the celebrity.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, I mean, he is kind of a celebrity, but also he's a musical theater guy, so it's sort of like he's a ringer almost.
Yeah, when you want to watch your shows, you want to see like a former sports star, like a former like American footballer having to learn how to dance. You don't want to see someone, but it's like, oh yeah, I went to Juilliard and learned how to dance. Like, I'm actually better than the professionals.
I've done 3 summers with the Joffrey program.
I studied at Alvin Ailey, and here I am.
All right, cool. So Maxwell takes Work It to close out his squad. Christina, what do you do to close out yours?
I'm gonna just go with one I like. It has ballroom dancing. I'm a big fan of ballroom dancing. I've attempted to do ballroom dancing. I have found out that I'm not very good in partner work. I like to take charge of things. I was gonna go with one that was lesser known, but now that Peggy's making the face, I'll stick with the All right, so this one is starring Richard Gere and Jennifer Lopez. It was between this one and the other ballroom dancing one starring Vanessa Williams, but this is called Shall We Dance? Rich, and I believe Stanley Tucci is also in this, so you gotta love a good Tucci reference. But yeah, he's just, always driving by the studio, wants to learn how to dance, so he does, and it's just a nice movie. I like this movie.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that's just kind of there for you. Then you just throw it on.
I like it. It's not
great. Not horrible.
I didn't discover it in like my teen, like I'm a dancer. Let me watch dance movies, which is like why I have like a deep love for Honey, even though it doesn't deserve it. But yeah, no, it's still. I just love watching. I just love watching people dance. So any movie that has any sort of dancing in it is fine by me.
I remember seeing it in theaters, and my mom, it was like a random school night, and I had no homework, and my mom were like, "Let's just go see a movie," and it was playing at the right time. We knew nothing about it. I was like, "That's really delightful."
It is. It is a delightful movie.
Look at J-Lo and Richard Gere go with their chemistry. I love it.
It's so sweet, and it's like the perfect like TBS TNT movie. That they can play it, and they don't have to cut out a lot of weird. Like there's no weird like dubbing for swear words. It's very sweet and adorable, and there's decent dancing and. Also, like, who wouldn't want to be dancing with Richard Gere or J-Lo for that matter? Like,
I wouldn't, if presented with the opportunity to dance with either, I would not say no.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
So sweet.
My love for J-Lo is represented in my list, so.
It's true. Sure.
I should also say, if you haven't, this is actually a remake of a Japanese film. It came out in '96. The Japanese film is amazing. It's one of those ones where you just go, I watched it thinking, oh, this is going to be terrible because it's good. And it's like, holy crap, this is amazing. So it's called Shall We Dance, 96. It's really good.
Cool. Solid way to close out your squad, Christina. Jessica, over to you.
Okay. So when Peggy asked me to be on this, she said that I could choose DCOMs if I wanted to. So I'm conflicted between 2 sequels, and I can't decide.
Make the right choice. I am like sending the energy to you from over here.
Christina, don't panic. I'll get to you in a second. Let her finish. Okay.
There's been viral videos about. No, I gotta go High School Musical too.
Yes, she made the right choice. Yes.
Just many great like Bet on It.
Bet on it. That's it.
When I was
Done.
in middle school, I would dance around. I knew all the words, pretend to be Zac Efron, look at myself in the reflection, smack it, you know, all that. I love this movie. I'm sorry. Like, I don't dance.
I like the Sharpay
Amazing.
one, like where I'm by the pool. Like
Fabulous too. Yeah, great.
Like somebody give
So
me my
many-
towel.
Well, as when we were doing the draft of DCOM movies, I said I have not seen any of the High School Musicals, so I leave it to you guys to discuss.
So
and I remember this movie came out too. So it's the start of summer, and I remember it premiered on Disney Channel the day before I had to go back to school, and it really made me sad in that way. But
oh yeah, because they're all like looking at it like summer.
Yeah, and I'm like, just had summer.
I would argue that it's an indefatigable fact the High School Musical trilogy is one of the great achievements in all of American cinema.
I'm gonna agree with that. You also said a lot
So-
of I don't think I knew the meaning of, but I
Let me rephrase it. The High School Musical movies are my shit.
me too. I used to
It
watch
caused me.
High School Musical 3 every night before I went to sleep when I was in college.
I bet your roommate loved you.
Yeah.
So that was the time I literally had like a Harry Potter's closet dorm room, so I lived alone, and so that was like nobody knew that I did that. Very sad times in my life, but I watched High School Musical every night before bed.
I was like in elementary school, and the posters made a big impact on me too. To where I had my like digital cameras, and I would like prop it up and set a timer, and then walk away and like jump off my bed and try to get a jumping photo. So I have many of those that exist.
That is adorable.
But wait, have you guys seen High School Musical on Ice?
I'm sorry, what?
Because this bitch has.
I've seen more Disney on Ice shows than I'm going to freely admit on this stream today, but we'll talk offline, girl.
Oh, okay. I got you, boo.
Yeah, I'm with Peggy.
Like
I
next
haven't
time that
seen-
stuff comes into Newark, we're going.
Okay. I'll be there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these. I missed
Rachel.
I missed the first one, and then like by the time the second and third came around, I was like, just hearing kids sing it, I was like, I can't deal with you guys. It like just got ruined for me. I know eventually I'll have to go back and rewatch it, but yeah, I don't.
I had to include Zac Efron on my list too.
I also felt weird with everybody like sexualizing Zac Efron when I knew that he was underage, and I was like, "You're a baby." And now, but now, like as soon as he was in Neighbors, I was like, "Hello, Daddy." Like now that he's like an actual grown up, I don't feel bad about looking at him like that. So
for sure.
Well, I do agree with the meme that he like changed his aesthetic to fit my taste.
Yes.
Yeah, he grew
He's
with
like,
us.
I'm gonna evolve with the people who liked me when I was a teenager, and I'm gonna gruffen up a little bit and get a little stockier. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Let's that gray grow in a little bit on his beard. Oh, stop
And
it.
the second one, he's singing by himself for the first time. That's
And not Drew Seeley dubbing over him.
Yeah, that was real weird.
So, I think the question then, since we're talking about the music, what's the best song in the High School Musical trilogy? Because there is an actual answer.
If any of you guys say we're all in this together, I'm out of here.
No, it's the one where they're playing baseball in High School Musical 2, and I can't remember what that one's called, but that's the one.
I don't dance.
I don't dance.
I don't dance is the best.
That is
one.
good.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer. I
I was
if
torn
you-
between Fabulous and Bet on It, but it's just
All right. Now, Christina, you had a bit of a reaction when Jess said that I told her that DCOMs were available. Did you not think that they were like available to be draft eligible?
No, what? I didn't realize. I tried not to go like musicals, but then I was like, if I had known DCOMs are in there.
Hang on a second. If you want, you can trade me either Honey or Shall We Dance, and you can have my next pick, and then you can pick a DCOM and add it to your.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Damn it!
strategy.
And I don't think there's like any other DCOMs really that had a lot of enough dancing in it, except for like maybe the Descendants movies. And
Or
that's
Teen Beach Movie, maybe.
yeah, that was like a little.
I
after
was
my
thinking
time.
of Camp Rock too, just because of the scene of where they step in and they're like Camp Rock. I just think it's hilarious, but I'm over
Damn it. I would have so preferred it you trade me.
I know. I gave you center stage though, so whatever.
You did. So I can't be too upset with you. All right, last pick for me. I'm just gonna go chalk once again. Can't believe it's still there. I'm taking Flashdance. It's
Boom.
have to. I don't know how we can have a dance movie draft take 25 and not have Flashdance on there because
Let me just dump some water on me real quick.
I mean, yeah, it's one of the iconic dance movies, so I feel bad if it weren't to get picked. So, since I'm struggling to come up with my fifth pick because Christina took all the ones I wanted, I will take Flashdance.
To be fair, Flashdance is still kind of a trash movie. It's great, but it's still kind of a trash movie.
It's still in the aesthetic.
It's in
for sure.
Pittsburgh. Like, let's just be like,
yeah,
it's not fancy.
Flashdance walked so Honey could run, in terms of trash.
I like that. I like that synopsis. I like that.
Flashdance did across the floor so Honey could pas de bourrée into our hearts.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice.
The taglines for this episode.
Fucking
yeah,
love
so
that.
Right.
You want to say something, Tony? Or
I was gonna say, I'm just like, I think it's the greatest film to ever have a main star as a welder.
As a welder.
For that synopsis.
Trying to think what's the welder.
It's like I'm just trying to think. Like I
Can't think of
still,
other.
yeah, I still find it incredible. They just went in the 80s, just like, what job should we give this woman? Welder.
Makes sense.
Just pick it. Like, okay.
Like maybe Magic Mike. He's
Oh yeah, when he's
custom
Oh, yeah.
furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he builds things. Which
But
honestly, that whole scene where he like when he laughs when they turn the song on, when they turn Pony on, like that wasn't supposed to be in the movie. That was literally just something that they had fun with, and it was a one take. Like the cameras were still rolling. Like it was a fluke of a shot, and I'm so glad they caught it.
I did not know that.
Yep. Like when he laughs, when he turns the station, the song comes on, he like literally drops his head and laughs, and that's his honest reaction. Because he's like, "Oh, you guys are fucking with me. Well, fuck it, let's just do it."
Right.
Make me happy.
You gotta love Malcolm that we basically said Honey was a trash movie, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll watch that."
This is the same person that claims that Movie 43 is a fantastic film.
Yeah.
His opinion is not to be taken.
It's so bad.
I love you, Malcolm, but no, Movie 43. Your
Malcolm's
opinion
gonna
is
love
invalid.
Honey, man.
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah.
But yeah, my squad's complete. That just leaves Rachel left to fill out her squad. All the dance movies ever are still on the board that haven't been taken. You gotta pick one. What you got?
There's so many. My list is still so full. And
We'll
it's
do
just
a
like,
little bit of honorable mentions as we say our goodbyes. But
I mean, is that going to be a separate show? Because I literally have like 20 movies left on my list that I just want to just vomit love all over. I think I'm going to go with my heart though. This was literally going to be my first pick, but when y'all were talking about how you were drafting trash, I was like, no one's going to take this. Then I'm fine. It's not necessarily a dance movie, but it is, in my opinion, the movie with some of the most amazing dance of all time in it. I'm also a massive sucker for this because one of the characters was my very, very first crush. It's Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
oh wow,
You hear that, James White?
I love this movie so much. It is incredibly problematic looking at it through today's lens, but I grew up with it, and it's a musical. It's beautiful and wonderful, and like legit, the dancing is so phenomenal. Like there's so little dance scenes that could that could get me past or that could rank it above, like even like the they do a barn raising and they have like a dance battle with like 6 other guys, and it's perfect, and I love this movie so much.
Can't say I've seen it. I've heard Paul Preston talk about it, his wife being in a production and everything, but have not seen it, unfortunately.
It's so
Maxwell, look, sounded like you were familiar with this one, perhaps.
Oh, I love this film. I probably wouldn't have considered it myself as a dance movie, but it's a classic. I own it. It's great. It's so great. I'm happy it's on the list.
Melissa in the chat, I'm guessing that one is the one you were thinking first overall, Tony, right? The second one that you
Maybe. No, there's another British one that you all missed, and you're all banned.
That'll be interesting.
But Seven Brothers really very much is 20. If you look at it from 2021 standard, it does not hold up in the story. And but it's a fun film to watch, and it's also one of Jacoby Bancroft's favorite films. Weirdly, he made me watch that one time.
It's right up there with The Mummy.
Yeah, he's a weird person.
Ooh, The Mummy. Another one that is my sexuality. It's fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Woof. Yeah, there's just so many good ones still left out there, and it makes my heart so sad.
Well, we'll do a recap of how our teams turned out, and then we'll go around the horn, and people can name a few of their honorable mentions as we do our plugs and get you guys out of here. Tony, how did the teams turn out?
Absolutely. Okay, so Max went first overall. He went with The Red Shoes, Step Up 3D, Black Swan, Strictly Ballroom, and Work It. Christina was second. She went with You Got Served, Silver Linings Playbook, Save a Last Dance, Honey, and Shall We Dance. Jess went third. Francis Hart, Step Up, Hustlers, Happy Feet, and High School Musical 2. Peggy went with Center Stage, Dirty Dancing, Footloose, Burlesque, and Flashdance. Then Rachel, Bring It On, Magic Mike XXL, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, A Chorus Line, and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
All right, everyone over there in the chat, start throwing out the movies you think that we missed that deserved a spot on somebody's squad, and then we'll go around the horn, get your honorable mentions and anything you want to plug, any matches you got coming up, whatever you want to send people to social media wise. Christina, we'll start with you and go clockwise around.
First and foremost, my faction mate Jacoby will be premiering tomorrow. I don't have any honorable mentions because mine are just crap, so I'm just skipping that part.
That's fine.
He's premiering tomorrow, so everybody check that out. If you do not listen to Digesting Cinema with Aaron and myself, please do. And for the first time ever in my 32 years of being alive, I will watch the Star Wars movies, and we will be talking about them in a special Digesting the Force edition that will start on May 4th. So I have not watched a single second of Star Wars. I literally don't know anything about it. Like, it took me, I very recently found out that Luke and Leia were even brother and sister. So,
well, it took George Lucas to figure that out too.
Yeah,
he didn't know that at first either.
Literally didn't know. I don't know anything either. I don't know. I've avoided any and all spoilers. I don't know anything about the movie, so I will be watching them for the very first time. So listen along to the podcast to hear my reactions of a first-time viewer.
You're gonna
And
want to
finally,
watch
the person in the room that doesn't know the least amount about Star Wars.
I know.
I've seen a few. I've seen a Star War once in a while.
You've seen Battle or 3.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, right, Amber, I have been in Alex's training sessions and I couldn't pronounce things, and he was basically like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "I'm just trying to help my dude," but C-3PO was hard to say.
I'm sorry, what? How did you pronounce
Letters
C-3PO?
are hard.
I was like CP, and they're like, it's C-3PO, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna excuse myself.
I feel so much better about myself right now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the mouth agape look of shock on Rachel's face because she didn't know that.
Oh yeah. No.
At first I was just like, Christian didn't know this when you threw your name in, obviously.
No, I definitely put it in my audition tape. I definitely start off with, I've never seen it.
Holy shit. I would love to see you in the Star Wars league after you watch all of them back to back. Just get it, bring it. I just want to see it.
It would be really funny if I would be curious to see how many I could just guess correctly just right now. Like, I love when they're like, what color is this? And I'm like, oh, I could guess that because I know colors.
Exactly. Or how many? 8?
Right. I was like, can someone tell me? I was like, I asked my husband, I was like, so what are the order of the movies so I can watch them in order? I'm telling you, I literally know nothing. I've never had any interest in Star Wars.
To be fair, that's a very highly debatable question amongst fans, is the correct order in which to watch them. So yeah.
I say start with 4, but that's just
I say release order.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't be able to say any of the words. That and Lord of the Rings really scares me on pronunciation.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
But
somebody else can talk.
Yeah. We'll go around to the most recent winner in the Schmodown, Miss Jessica Schloth. What you got coming up? Any Twitter handles, and what are some movies that are on your honorable mention?
Oh, right. Yes. Let me look. I thought about picking Little Miss Sunshine, but I was worried that might be too much out of there.
I like it.
She's a dancer at the end. I said Camp Rock 2. Stomp the Yard, I think Amber was mentioning. Except people didn't include. I haven't seen it in a while, so I couldn't confidently pick it on my list. But Singing in the Rain.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Watch my match. I don't have anything else to plug.
That's cool. No worries. I know Rachel's got a few things to plug, so take it away.
Let me warm up. Okay, so first off, honorable mentions. I'm really a little sad that Step Up to the Streets didn't get picked. Because the female lead, Brianna Evigan, is literally the little sister of the lead singer of a band that I used to work for, and I used to go over to their house all the time. And her dad is BJ from BJ and the Bear. Brian Evigan. He's incredibly good looking. Her mother is actually like a New York. She used to be like in the New York Ballet Company. Incredibly talented family, like literally disgusting. One that not a lot of people will know of. It's a very tiny movie out of, I think, Australia called Bootmen. And it stars Adam Garcia. He was the guy from
Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
Literally, like they're trying to shut down like the place that he works at, and he and his friends like get together because they used to like tap together, and they put on this massive show. It's so much fun. It's so good.
Okay.
And also, like, I know it doesn't really apply, but like Newsies and Chicago and Hairspray are all very near and dear to my heart.
I have Chicago on my list.
I'm very shocked that you guys in your trash picks didn't pick up Stomp the Yard. And then there's obviously like White Christmas, all that jazz. Step Up Revolution just for motherfucking Mia Michaels, because oh my god, do I love her. She is my second favorite choreographer behind Mandy Moore.
Is that the one about the flash mobs?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. And like she's not credited as a choreographer, but you can tell that she choreographed all of the contemporary numbers, and they're just absolutely stunning. Also Billy Elliot. So yeah.
Yep.
And then you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RM Silvestrini. And then tomorrow night, every Thursday night, I do Movies, Music, and Mayhem. Tomorrow night, I got this guy right here coming in at, was it 6:30, 7 o'clock? Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be ridiculous, and grab a drink because you're probably going to need it. I know we will. It's going to be fun. And then starting May 3rd, we resumed the last 3 episodes for The Rewind, which is where Max and I also have a show that goes through and reviews Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, which is so amazing. And talk about singing and dancing. Like, oh my effing God. If I could put a TV show, like if I could have included it, it would have been in here because it's so good. Yeah. And then I'm just around. So come say hi.
Yeah, gee, I wonder if there's a method to me asking the two of you to be on this one. I don't know. But Maxwell, what do you got to plug, and what are a few honorable mentions off of yours?
So honorable mentions, I could basically name every musical ever, but a couple: Billy Elliot, which Rachel mentioned, All That Jazz, and The Full Monty.
Thank you.
Which is another. I wanted to include it, but it's just trying to find a good balance of trash in cinema. You can find me on Twitter at Cinemaxwell, Instagram at Cinemaxwell Inc. You can find me in literally an hour on Shmow Me the Money, where I'm doing a rematch against Amber, who beat me by 1 point last time. I think this is the first time there's only 2 competitors because it's Maxwell versus Amber 2. So be sure to check that out. Rachel did all my other plugs. And then you can always find me on the PJ Campbell Network, where we do watch-alongs and box and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yep, always fun time over there on the PJ Campbell Network. And then Tony, what's coming up on Featured Presentation Productions?
Yep, just quickly, the fact that Coyote Ugly and Full Monty only got mentioned after an hour and 28 minutes, my soul hurts. Those are 2 pivotal films for me. I legitimately, the Full Monty I got shown when they took us to it from primary school, so I think we were 10, because it's such an important film for our area as well.
Oh my God.
It was a very interesting conversation to have about stripping after the fact, but it's like because of the story of like the not the mines, that's the other one. The factory's shutting down. It's like they were like, yeah, you need to watch this film. Just we'll explain it after the fact. But yeah, but for the channel, so Feature Presentation Productions. So this week, so on Sunday we have got Multiple Choice Maelstrom. That is the Oscar Night Delights. It's going to be 40 questions all on the Oscars. So you do it all. It's all multiple choice options. You play on your phone by Kahoot. Anyone can play. It's all fun and fancy free. That's Sunday, and then Enough Bill Cariola should be back on Tuesday, where he gets a B movie and discusses it with a guest. And yeah, that's it. Really, we've just started this week. The On This Day movie history. They're like 30-40 seconds every day. So they're fun. I hope they're fun to watch. And yeah, please like and subscribe.
Yep, and then you can find me at Peggy B Ball across all the social media platforms that I am on. And then next week we are drafting movies that don't stick the landing. It'll be a very interesting one.
So basically, all of your list and all of Christina's list.
Hey, easy now. But it'll be a
I was
fun
gonna
episode.
pull like a Sully joke or no? No, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Hope
I
you guys
guess
all
you did stick the landing. I don't know.
Hope you guys all tune in next week. Happy to have you here this week. But for myself, Christina, Jessica, Rachel, Maxwell, and Tony, we'll see you around. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote.
That was awesome.
I thought it reeked.
Who's winning?
Let's see who wins.
You're gonna win.
Nothing personal. It's really gonna matter.
Tune in next week.
You see what happens?
Brand new.
Episode? A fantasy film fight.
Doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers.